Thank you, Chairwoman Bigger, for holding this hearing on such a critical issue facing our nation today. I want to thank you for your leadership on this issue in the committees on education and the workforce. You've been a consistent champion of homeless children and families, and it has been a pleasure to partner with you on such important issues. I also want to thank all of the young people who are here to tell their stories today to the committee and to the Congress. I can't tell you how important that Congress hears directly on the realities that you and your families face because of the lack of adequate housing. I have served on the Education Committee for my entire time in public office, and I know what a dramatic impact housing and mobility have on a student's education. Public schools have a unique perspective on social and economic issues like homelessness. Unlike other community service organizations, schools see the full range of children without housing. Not just children and youth who make it into a shelter. They see kids moving from place to place, from couch to basement to car to motel and to another couch. None of these places should be considered a home. We know that the homelessness puts kids at risk, and much higher risk of educational failure. Students without stable housings have more attendance problems, and they don't do as well in school. Student homelessness is also often overlooked as a contributor to the nation's dropout crises. Without an education, these students will have more difficult time to obtain jobs that pay decent wages and are likely to experience homelessness as an adult. Federal education law through the McKinney-Vento Act requires schools to support homeless students in a number of ways, including keeping homeless students in the same school when it is in their best interest in providing transportation or immediately enrolling them in new schools. However, education is only part of the answer. In order for homeless students to succeed in schools, they must receive housing and other supportive services that will stabilize their situations and enable them to concentrate on their education. Unfortunately, school districts face barriers when they try to refer kids to the Department of Housing and Urban Development homeless programs because of the difference in the definitions of homeless. This prevents kids from getting services they need and limits community collaboration. And perhaps equally disturbing, this mismatch in definition also keeps the true scale of children and youth homelessness hidden from view. H.R. 32 is similar to legislation enacted by the Education and Workforce Committee, the Child Nutrition and Higher Education Act. Both of these laws help homeless kids get services through the programs by taking advantage of point people in the public schools. Similarly, H.R. 32 gets rid of the interagency barriers by allowing school districts and liaisons and other federal and child youth programs to verify children and youth in HUD and homelessness services. These are absolutely critical that this coordination, collaboration, and availability be made acceptable within the laws of this country so that these children will not have these artificial barriers put up to stability in their residencies and in stability in their educational attainment and stability in their family life so that they can continue to seek and to successfully complete their educational opportunities in this country. And I want to thank you again, Madam Chair, for holding this hearing, and again, thank you to the students who we're going to hear from.